Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. And I am super excited to chat with my new friend, Kay here. And this is why I'm calling her my new friend, because I've learned a few things about her before this interview. We've actually never spoken before this interview, so I went and kind of did a little digging on her website. And I knew instantly that I would like Kay because number one, she loves her morning coffee. She is obsessed with French fries, and like, who isn't obsessed with French fries? And she speaks 3 different languages. I love that. Currently, I am learning Italian with my youngest son, and I'll tell you right now, I'm terrible at it. Like, I only know like a few phrases like ciao and buonasera and arrivederci. Like, I don't know that much. I could not hold a conversation. So, Kay, I know obviously English is one of the languages. What are the 2 other languages that you speak?
I speak Arabic and I speak Korean.
So is that a part of your family heritage, or did you just learn that
Oh,
because you wanted to?
so Arabic is my main language. Like this is my first language. For Korean, I really wanted to go with that and learn it because I was planning to study like nuclear energy. It's a long story, but that's like something that I wanted to do, but then life took me somewhere else.
Well, that is the first time I've ever heard on my show someone saying that they were interested in nuclear energy. So I will always remember that for sure. Now, today, Kay and I are chatting about 2 sides of the coaching spectrum, running a coaching business that feels aligned to your soul, and when to invest in a coach. But before we get into all like the juicy nuggets, Kay, I want you to tell us what you do and who you serve.
Okay, so just so you know, I will just say my real name first before I just go in depth about it. My name is Khuloud, and you can call me Kay. I'm a business coach, and also I'm a certified NLP practitioner, life coach, and theta healer. I'm a business coach for life coaches who are like, who wants to start their business, like newly certified life coaches who wants to grow their business and start booking clients consistently.
I love that. And you said what kind of healer are you?
Theta healer.
Tell us what that is.
Okay, so theta healing, it's mostly like that's how I describe theta healing. It's mostly like, it goes deep into the soul, healing the soul and all like, the pain, traumas, like anything that you took from the past and you want to heal it as fast in the same day, like you want to see the transformation happening in the same day. That's theta healing.
Interesting. Is that
Yeah.
something that just came about naturally through life experience, or did you really
Um,
just want to study that?
So I didn't know about theta healing before. First, what I knew about NLP. I heard about NLP at the beginning and I felt like, oh my God, I gotta try this out. What is this? Because what happened, I'm just gonna go all the way to the past, like to before like the beginning of the whole thing. So I was going like through a lot of issues in my life, especially like as like my past relationship, it didn't work. It was a really toxic relationship, and then my stepfather passed away, and that what made me start looking for healing. I started looking for books as like self-help books to be able to heal myself. I was doing a lot of things. I went to therapy as well to figure out and solve all the problems that I had inside of me to heal, but really nothing helped. I know some people will say like, yeah, but therapy helps. For me, it didn't work. So one day God sent me this person. She came to me and she was like, I was telling her my story. And then she was like, oh, why don't you try NLP? And I was like, oh, what is that? She was like, it's gonna help you with your mindset. It's gonna make you move forward from all the past, like, traumas or toxic relationship that you had. And I was like, okay, let me try it out. And I did try it out. And then it really helped me. It helped me move on. It helped me heal every limiting beliefs that I had, all the like the toxic relationship that I've been in. It helped me with that as well. So if this helped me heal myself, why not going into coaching people how to be able to heal themselves and be able to live their life, live the life they desire. And from there, I started learning about theta healing, which I started hearing a lot of things about theta healing, about people's experience about that they got healed, like people who had cancer and they got healed from theta healing. And I was like, how is that possible? Like,
Mhm.
no way. Because in theta healing, what you do scanning for your body. You have to scan your whole body and see what blockages you have in your body. So you go really in depth. It's not hypnotherapy, because hypnotherapy is a little bit different, but you still go to the seven skies. Like, you have to go all the way up to be able, like, to heal yourself. You have to ask the creator, which is God, Allah, the universe, ask the creator to heal you or heal the other person, because you can do it also for someone else who has a problem in their body. And you can also see if they have something in their body. You will have to tell them, like, you're not going to tell them, hey, you have this. You might get, like, a sign that, oh, this is something in their body. You're not going to tell them, hey, you have this problem, but you're just going to tell them, hey, you have to go to the hospital and check, just
Hmm.
make sure that you're good, because you can see what's in people's body. Like, if there is any blockages, any pain that they have in certain areas, you can do that with theta healing. With NLP, it's not. NLP is mostly with the mind, like just your mind. You go all the way to the past, and then you start figuring out what the problems are that when did it start, from the beginning of it starting. But theta healing, it's way different. Like, you can see everything in your body. You can heal everything from the past. You can heal even your body as, like, at the same time.
So it's pretty obvious that aligning your life and your soul is so incredibly important to you. So I want to know from you, because I know we're going to have a lot of listeners who are probably struggling with their business and being a business coach or whatever kind of coach they are. How do you create an aligned coaching business that aligns with your soul? And the second part that I'd like you to answer is, how do you define alignment? Because we hear that term over and over. I think before we used to hear the term balanced, and now we don't
Mhm.
hear that word much anymore. Now it's this alignment. So how would you define alignment, and then go into how aligning your coaching business with your soul?
Okay. So for me, alignment is who you are. It's who you are as a person, who you are as, listen, who I am as Khuloud, how I live my life. What are the things that I love doing? What are the things that makes me happy? What are the things that gives me joy in my life? This is alignment. That what means with alignment. I know it's all of us, like, we say alignment, 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 but we have no idea what's the meaning behind that. But the meaning of it, it's who you are as a person. What are the things that you like and want in your life? Things that brings you joy, things that brings you happiness, things. And I'm gonna talk more when I answer the other question, with how to find that, how to figure out. Because, most of us, we do forget. We forget who we are, because we are going through a lot of things in our lives. We're working on stuff. There's mothers taking care of their kids, and they're not taking care of themselves. So they forget these, like, I forget the word, uh, essence. They forget the essence of who they are, how they can be like themselves. So this is alignment.
And I'm so glad you said this, because it's so refreshing to hear that perspective, because I think every entrepreneur, mompreneur, anybody in business will go through this, where you will be inspired to create new things or do different things in your business. And then when
Yeah.
we start that avenue of doing this, what happens is we forget what makes us happy. We let go of it because we feel the pressure that, well, I'm good at this, so I should keep going. And this is something that I've recently just had in my business in probably the last few months, that I'm realizing that while I do enjoy coaching, I don't find it very fulfilling. And I'm in that struggle right now. And I have to constantly ask that question. Not only does it bring me joy, but at the end of the day, do I feel fulfilled in what
Yes.
I just did?
Yes.
And if I can't answer yes every single day, I know I need to make changes. Because yes, I'm
Mm-hmm.
making an impact on other people, but am I making an impact on my life? Am I making an
Yeah.
impact on my kids and my husband? So that's kind of like a mental mindset thing that I'm going through right now. And I am slowly making shifts to be more fulfilled in what I do. Will the coaching completely go away? No, but I'm finding different ways to provide coaching. That way I can do the other things that really light me up. So I can really
Yes.
feel fulfilled at the end of the day. So I love the way that you described alignment. I hope our listeners or those who are watching, I really want you to maybe need to go back, and I'm going to say the word rewind. Does anyone use the word rewind anymore? I'm dating myself there, right? But listen to that again. And I want you to really write that down. Like, what brings you joy? What makes you fulfilled at the end of the day? And then look at your business and what you're doing. Are you doing the things that do that? So answer this question now. How do we create an aligned coaching business that aligns with our soul?
And I really want to add this as well. We see other coaches and we go and copy everything they do, or we just go and say, oh my gosh, she made that reel. Let me go do the same thing. You don't
Mhm.
have to do what other coaches are doing. You don't have to. Yes, it's a trend. You don't have to. You can use the same music and do what aligns with you, who you are as a person, who I am. Like, for example, I'm Khuloud. I love to have to add some essence of fun in it. So how can I be like the fun me? How I will put that out? And I know myself, when I'm like fun, I will just be crazy. I will just start doing crazy stuff. So I will go and create something like that, because that's me. That's not like the other coach. I don't want to go and copy someone else just because they're doing it. I'm gonna do it, and that's how the business goes. No, it's not like that at all. Be you, because that's how you're going to sell your stuff. That's how you're going to be successful in your business. It's not by going and copying other people and doing what other people are doing.
So you refer to yourself on your website as your magical fairy mentor. And I just love that. And what's so cool, after really digging into your content and your website, you give this magical flair throughout your brand assets. I just think it's so cool. So
Thank
how
you.
do you market your business and attract clients using your magic touch?
Okay, so I love this question because, oh my God, it just gives me this all excited.
I can see that it's
So
lighting you up.
yeah, I love this topic because I will go back and say, get to know yourself, get to know what you love doing. Even like food, you can add that to your website. You can add that to your market. You can add that to your Instagram, social, all the social medias that you love reading, you enjoy doing. Like, for example, if you're skating, you love cooking, you can add that to your business. That's what's going to make you stand out. That's what's going to make you show up and be yourself and enjoying working on your business. Because if you're not being true to who you are, you're really going to be upset every day, or feeling sad. You're feeling I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay down. I don't want to create. I don't want to be I don't want to do anything. I don't want to see people. I don't want to even create anything for social media. So get to know yourself. That's the first thing. Second, repurpose your content every single where. And I saw you posting this today, and I was gonna add this, repurpose every single thing in all the platforms. You don't have to create multiple content and post it in different platforms. Create one and put it everywhere. everywhere because you want people to know you. You want people to know who you are. Because if you're not going to be showing up and telling people who you are, no one will know about you. Like no one. There's multiple coaches out there. Who gonna know like who you are if you're just sitting behind and not doing anything, just watching?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. The third thing, just be confident. Even if you're not, go practice it. Go in front of the mirror. Write something that's gonna make you feel confident. I'm not gonna give you what exactly to say, but write something that makes you feel energetic, something that makes you feel I am confident in showing up. So just go, if you want to practice that in front of the mirror, you can do that. Just go in front of the mirror, practice that every single day, and show up. Put your camera in front of you, keep looking at yourself, record it for yourself just to see how you feel. Then go back and look at that video and see, like, oh, how I look there. Okay, maybe I need to change something here. Go and do that. That's practice for you. If you're not confident about showing your face or being in social media, create different content that doesn't show your face at the beginning, but you have to practice to be able to show your face so people know who you are, who's the person behind this business.
I
Yeah,
would totally
I got
agree.
excited.
Yes. Well, and I would add one more thing to that about the word confidence, because I know a lot of people, especially women, struggle with this. Confidence isn't something that is learned or given to you. Confidence comes from taking action. And
Yes.
when I say take action, I just want to be really crystal clear about this. It does not need to be this massive step or this massive thing that you have to do in your business. It can be as simple as you did one Instagram story that showed your face. You did one Instagram story that you used your voice for 15 seconds. It is little tiny steps, day after day after day, and you will eventually have that confidence. It is something that comes after taking action. It's not given to you, or I don't even think confidence is something you learn, because honestly, you can take a course on confidence, but what good is it if you don't take action?
That's
Just like
true.
anything else you learn in life. What is the point of it if you don't take action? And I want to add one more thing before I ask a question. I was listening to the latest Ed Milet podcast right before I started this interview with Kay, and he was interviewing Brett Eldridge. And I think he said the most amazing thing that I actually wrote it down. And it said, we need to get out of our heads and get into our life. And I just thought that was the most beautiful thing I ever heard. And that's what a lot of this stems from, is we spend way too much time in our heads, way too much time.
Yes.
Over analyzing, criticizing ourselves, comparing ourselves. And even now, I mentioned this in another episode, or maybe I mentioned it, I don't know where I mentioned it, but there is this cloud over, I would say, social media in general, this not only just comparison, content comparison, where we are looking a million miles all day long, like squirrel, 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 watching what this person's putting out, watching what this person's putting out. And, reels can be a great thing, but it can also be like a double-edged sword, because we are seeing all this content from content creators with reels, and they have the greatest trending songs, and they're dancing and they're pointing and they look so confident and they have the best lighting and the greatest filters. But honestly, is that you? And if it's not you, then don't do it. So again, we have to get out of our heads and we have to get into our lives. Do you want to add to that, Kay? Because I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, I'm like, everything you said is so true. When you said the part where you said we are in our heads, and that's true, because I was just telling myself today, I'm not going to play small anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. Because the more you play small, the more you will stay where you are. No one will know about you. Even if you want to grow your business, it's not going to grow. Like, even if you want to get client, even if you want, to make that money, it's not going to happen if you're not going to show up. If you're going to be thinking, oh my God, this person is doing things better than me. Just do it. Just put yourself out. Just do it. Create anything. It doesn't have to be the same as the other person.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to. And you didn't come here, you didn't start your business to play small. You didn't do this to play small. If you really want to do this and you want to, like, for example, like quit your job, or if you want this business to grow, you got to put yourself out. You got to tell this limiting belief or the voices in your head, I'm not playing small anymore. I'm going to do this.
I love that. Not playing small anymore. Awesome.
Yes.
Now I want to jump to the other side of the spectrum, where I'm sure we have listeners or people watching that are like, okay, I don't want to play small anymore. So I'm ready to invest in a business coach, but that can be intimidating or scary. So kind of a two-part question here. When do you know it's time to hire or invest in a business coach? And then what are some things to look for in a coach?
Okay, when you're finally feeling like you want to grow your business, you are in a certain area in your business and you're not seeing any growth. This is the first thing, okay? You want to go and find a coach for you to start building your business. If you are stuck in your business and nothing is happening, like a few days back, I saw someone that was saying, I'm just going to quit my business. I'm going to go to a 9 to 5 job. I just want a 9 to 5 job. And then I asked her a question. I told her, okay, what are you doing in your business that is making you money or not making you money? She was like, I'm not doing anything. I was like, that's the answer. You don't know how to market. You don't know how to work on your business. You don't know how to create things that's going to make you money right now. So you need to go and ask for help. Because if you're just going to stay there, you're just going to go back to your 9 to 5 job. You're not going to even like work on your business. And I remember also that for myself, when I first started my business, I really didn't think about hiring any coach. I thought like, oh my God, you know what? I got certified as a life coach. Now I can just go to Instagram and start talking about my stuff. And I really didn't know what I didn't know what I was talking about.
Well, and I think we
was
all
just
do that, right? We all like, oh, I got this, and I think that's the woman in us. And maybe like a lot of moms, like, I'm super mom. I can do this on my own. I don't need anybody. I'll figure it out. But
yes.
there is a point you get to that block that you can no longer figure it out on your own. And I think it's a responsibility as us women and coaches that we need to be telling women, stop telling yourself to do it on your own.
Yes.
Like, we are nurturers, we are givers. So let's come together and help each other.
That's true. That's true. Because, like for me, when that happened, I was like, no, I can do it by myself. It took me 3 years to book my first client. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It took me 3 years since I started my business because I didn't want to go with a coach at the beginning. And it took me 3 years to book my first client. And how I did that, I did hire a coach at the end. I did, because I wanted results. I wanted something to happen in my business because I was like stuck. I was stuck. And then I decided to do that because I wanted to grow my business. Because if you're gonna keep telling yourself, no, I can do it by myself, yeah, you can go check YouTube, you can go do other stuff, but believe me, it's not gonna give you the full answer.
Yes.
All the answers gonna be in the paid content.
Absolutely.
All of it.
Yes. Yeah. So what do we look for in a business coach?
To be honest, like, the results that they're giving their clients and you can see, and to be honest, for me, I'm just going to say, like, for me, I know for each person's going to be different, but for me, when I go and I look for a coach that I want to hire, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to see what other people are saying about that person. And if I notice that they're using certain words, that's just me. Certain words as that's the person that I want to work with and aligns with who I am, who's not going to force me to do things that I know that I'm not going to be doing, I will go with that person. And I'm just going to be honest, you can choose the coach that you want to work with. And it doesn't have to be even like with what other people are saying. But if she's really out there putting herself out and showing up in her business, that's a person that I want to go with. That's a person that I want to go and work with and hire her as a coach.
Yeah. And I think too, you went right back to where we started our conversation today. And it's that feeling of alignment. It
Yes.
goes right back to that. How aligned are you? And you can also look to at their values and the kind of content that they're putting out. And you also want to see how they're spending their time in their life. Because
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
necessarily, I don't believe in hustle. I don't like it at all. I think that's just a fairy tale. So I'm not going to listen to a business coach that uses the word hustle all the time and she expects you to show up, 6, 7 days a week in your business. It's
Yes.
not right.
I believe you can attract clients even when you're like just putting the work out, leaving it there. They're gonna come. I heard a lot of coaches saying, "Oh, so you're just like hoping they're gonna come." Okay, so let me talk about this. Just for everyone who's listening, you got to take action towards your stuff that you're putting it out. When I say putting it out, you're creating stuff. You're creating content. You're creating, for example, like something that you want to lead people into. So you're going to do that and just let it happen. It's going to come. People are going to come to you. You're going to attract them. But if you're going to stay stuck in your head and telling yourself, oh my God, what I'm going to do? Like, oh, this is not working. Just put content out and believe in yourself that they're going to come. Believe in God, Allah, the universe, that it's going to, like, God going to help you. Like, going to
Yes.
help you attract those people. God is just waiting for you to take action and he going to show it to you.
Oh,
Just
I
like,
love that.
just put it out. Yeah, just put it out. When you create content, you put the content out without being desperate. Because when you're desperate, people can smell that. People can
Yes.
feel it. They can feel this energy. When you create that content, put it out with all the great energy. If you want to dance before posting this content, do it. If you want to feel like happy, go do something you love and post that content, do it, because that's how you're attracting those people. It's like vibration. It's vibration that you're spreading to the universe to attract those people, to call your clients, to call the people that want to work with you. You don't want to work with anyone. You don't want to work with a client that's gonna make you miserable. Who wants that? No
Yeah.
one.
I want to add to that. I think too, a lot of people are attached to the outcomes, and that's what makes them get all nervous about putting their content
Yes.
out. But if you want the outcomes and if you want the results, really stop focusing on that. Focus on your mindset, focus on your strategy, and focus on your
Yes.
actions. Because honestly, at the end of the day, that is all we have control over. We have no control over the results we'll get. We really don't. But when
That's true.
we really were fixated on that and we are attached to, well, I didn't get a client this month, and then we're down, and then we start questioning ourselves. We shouldn't be doing that. You need to analyze, go back to the mindset, look at your strategy, and take action. Those are the three things that that's the only thing I think you need to worry about in your business is your mindset, your strategy, and your action. And if you're not
Yes.
getting the results or the outcomes that you were hoping for, then maybe you need to analyze your strategy. What actions are you taking? Make little shifts, make little tweaks. And I think that's, again, going to go back to that alignment. And again, going back to that fulfillment at the end of the day.
That is so true. And also, like, don't forget to work on yourself. We might be coaches, we might be like life coaches or so on, but like, we're still struggling mentally. We're struggling, like, all of us. Like,
Mhm.
even me till now, I'm still working on my mindset. I'm still doing that work because every time you just like I would just say attack that limiting belief. When you attack it or like you're done with it, something else comes up.
Oh, of course.
It's like every time something new comes up. And when that thing comes up, you gotta work on that. Because starting a business is really like there's a lot of things that's gonna come up to you. I'm not enough. Oh, this person is doing better things than me. I don't feel confident enough to show up. There's a lot of thoughts that's gonna be in your head, but you gotta work on that. If you need to hire a mindset coach just to help you with that side of your business, do that. Do that.
Mhm. Such an awesome conversation today, Kay. This was great. And I'm sure our listeners or those who are watching, they may want your magical touch. So where can they see your work?
So you can go to my website. It's clearandconfident.com. But just so you know, it's N, not and, because a lot of people ask me that. It's N, like clearandconfident.com.
Awesome. I will make sure I put it in the show notes. And this was such a great conversation today. And thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you. Yeah, thank you. Can I end it just with one more thing?
Yes.
You don't come this far to come this far. Just remember that, okay? Just remember, you don't come this far in your business to come this far.
Amen to that.